In 2006, I met my now husband, and this remarkable man loved me. He didn't care what I ate, if I worked out that day, none of that mattered. So during the next 5 years, I gained 60, 70 pounds without even really thinking about it. And truth be told, I didn't care because he loved me. And when we got married in 2011, I remember crying when I saw my wedding photos. I couldn't imagine that that's how much weight I had gained. And to this day, we've only printed one of those pictures. In early 2012, I found out I was pregnant with my son. I gained about 60 to 70 pounds during that pregnancy. Christmas 2012, my husband's family took some pictures of us, and they got posted to Facebook, and I got tagged in them and immediately untagged myself because I did not believe how I looked. That was it. So that first year of working out at home, I ended up losing nearly 70 pounds and almost 60 inches. And I did it all by myself. I changed my diet, I worked out, I drank a gallon of water a day, and I just moved every day. Since November, I have lost an additional 20 pounds. And I am now at 120 pounds lost and over 80 inches.
You know, in your video, you talked about how your husband was really supportive, even when you were gaining weight. You know, he loved you no matter how you looked. And that's so incredible to find a partner that way. If only we could all find partners that way. But that also sort of contributed to your weight gain. Can you tell me why?
It did. I mean, he loved me for me. It didn't matter what size jeans I wore, if I worked out, you know, if I ate a cheeseburger 3 nights that week. He didn't care. He celebrated all my successes with me, and he was so supportive of everything. I mean, to the point where he would work out with me in our living room to a dance DVD.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that does sound really supportive. You know, Mark, this happens a lot in relationships, right? Where people tend to gain weight, especially when they get into new relationships. Why does this happen?
Yeah, you know, when you're single and on the prowl,
yeah,
you really want
on the prowl.
On the prowl, you're looking for a relationship, so you care more about what you look like. You take better care of yourself. But when you're in a relationship, you have that love. So it's not as important anymore to look your best. So you have to shift what you get from your health. You have to evolve into understanding that, look, I want to feel better to be the best person I can be. I want to have more energy so I can be more productive. I want to enjoy an adventure with my spouse in my new relationship. So you just shift your priorities, and that makes you better, and you really get clear on what you get from your health.
You know, this week is National Eating Disorders Awareness Week, and I want to be clear, Mallory does not have an eating disorder, but part of having an eating disorder is that you have to be one with your emotions. You need to be comfortable within your own body no matter what size that you're at. And yes, your husband did support you even when you were gaining weight, which is fantastic, but you said to our producer that you would cry when you would look at your pictures because you recognized that you weren't comfortable with where you were at, and you had to get happy at that emotional level, right?
Yeah, that's exactly it. Emotions, you know, they're everything. I never looked in the mirror other than to get ready for the day. I was happy on the outside. I really put up a strong, brave face, but on the inside, I was a wreck. I had just given birth to my son, and I thought everything was just going to melt away and I didn't have to worry. But when I realized I needed to not focus on how quickly other people were having results, but how I could have my own results, that's when it all changed. I started focusing on me, and it worked.
And you focused on you. You lost 120 pounds, which is so incredible. The
and
studio
80
is all
inches.
clapping. And 80 inches. I mean, that is beyond. It just blows my mind. You look so incredible. You know, Mark, for couples that do gain weight, how is it that you have that conversation of, hey, let's get fit together?
Well, I think you shift from what you look like to actually what you get from your health. Exactly what Mallory said. It's not about just looking good. It's that confidence you feel so you can have that playtime with your 2-year-old son, so that you can be the wife or husband that you want to be for your spouse. That's what you get clear on. Once you get clear on what you get from your health, then you're set up. And to have that conversation, you simply just have to get clear on that, open it up. It's not about what you look like, and really understand what you get from that health and make it your very best.
Yeah, well,